Hey, welcome to Sunday Night Live. All right. So I was in the chat before we went live and I was saying hi to everybody. And Dixie Cup, that's sirloin steak. That sounds really good. Miss 2.0 and I had made, oh, what did I make? Oh, I made a Wagyu burger and scallops. Ooh, they were delicious. Yeah. So I want to say hi to everybody. I started up at the top. So if you're in the comments and I already said hi to you, I'm going to start with William Simpson. Hi, how are you doing? I'm not sure how my internet's working tonight. So I might stall out, well, at least on my screen, but not on my phone. So we should be good. All right. Hey, KN, how you doing? All righty. And there's Rick, the Blackheart, right? And that is awesome. All right. So we're just going to couple seconds let people jump on, and then we're going to get started with the evening. Yeah. So, like I said, I really love when all you guys say hi to one another in the comments and stuff. And we've been doing. I think internet slow. But I feel like this for the last year, maybe longer. I don't know, but I really enjoy our Sunday nights getting together and talking. And we usually review the videos that we already did, and I go over some other stuff. But I know we do the 3 question marks. So if you want to put the 3 question marks in there for any questions that come up. Hey, sir, how you doing? You did your camp number 3, your stealth camp number 3 just the other day. Hey, Rick, welcome. What's up, Tony? And everyone. So last week we had the flag up for Memorial Day, and the room was red, white, and blue. This week I went back to just the regular camo back there. Yeah, hey, random exploring, how are you doing? Watching Northwest Wind Mall. Awesome. He just texted me just a minute ago, right before we went live. I've been trying to get him on to do a participate in our live, but he's been busy usually on Sunday nights. And I didn't have time to send him the text tonight to maybe get on. But if you're watching and you want to come on, I can try to get you the link. Maybe come on, Sam, if you're watching. Maybe come on a little bit later. I'll send you the link and you can jump on, but let me know. All right. So, I'm looking. I got 2 screens open here. Hey, Sean. Up now. Spot. Yeah. Yeah. It was. Love the rain. Seemed peaceful up there. It was really peaceful up there. And I have good night's sleep. Yeah, I certainly did. Hey, Tony Chocolonely, which I haven't had one of those ever since I started the carnivore. Yeah, please put question marks, 3 question marks. Hey, half pace, how are you doing, brother? And that was really awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Half Pace Outdoors, I met him at the Rendezvous. He's over in Ohio, but he put up a video for when his son got off the bus. It's a box, and it just showed. I think it was a post. It said, take off the shirt, put this shirt on, and it was a paint gun, I believe, and then we'll get out there and it was the end of the school driveway paintball battle, really awesome. And I memories, they'll remember that forever. Hey, Scott, how are you doing, my buddy? There's Josh and Jen camping again. Fresh back from your camping at Crater Caves in Kentucky. Ooh, very, very cool. I'm glad to hear Jen got out with you again. Awesome. Yeah, Tony, you're freezing up a little. So my internet must not be doing so good. I don't know if it's because there's a storm. We'll work through it. Hey, Boxcar Jerry, and if you see Boxcar Jerry in the comments, and also, hey, I want to find what should I do? I tell you what, let's I'm going to freeze for a second. Let's see if this fixes it. I took it off. I was hooked to the internet with my phone, and sometimes it goes slow when I do that. Oh, signal very spotty. Yeah. So you can see Boxcar Jerry up there. So through talking with Stitch, I had done the join tab. And if you want to see what I mean by the join tab, if you go over, you'll be able to. I made a little video talking about it, but Stitch was my very first the 2.0 crew, and then James Rockford. But last Sunday, Stitch had, during our live, he purchased, I believe, 5 gift memberships. And let's see who got a gift. So YouTube randomly picks who to give those to. And KN was one. DJ Magic Man, another. Kenny _ 525, and Boxer Jerry, and then Ray Barr, Barr. They were all 5 gifted joins. The 2.0 crew is what we're calling it. It's just one level, but I put out a little video, and I did post some pictures on there so you guys could see it. Hopefully y'all saw them, but planning on doing a little bit more interaction over there, maybe do some member-only lives, things like that, maybe from camps. I don't know. It might just be some neat stuff, but I'll share pictures and things, some little bit behind-the-scenes stuff. I think it's pretty cool, and it's a great way to support the channel as well. And I do want to say that Miss 2.0 is in the chat. Hey, hon, we're only 261 subscribers away from our camping trip when we hit 15K, right? All righty. There we go. Oh, thank you, Dixie Cup. She says she thinks that fixed it. I think so, too. All right. So, hey, Tony, you are not camping coming in good at all. Great. I hope we fixed it. Tony Single Spotty. Hey, Steven, how are you doing? Audio problems, not sure if it's you or me. Hopefully it should all be fixed now. Still far. Hun, it's not far. We're 261 subscribers away from 15K. Not too far, because I believe just last night we gained another almost 30 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. Hey, Sean's Adventure. All right. Signal is bad. Yeah, so I'm going to scroll down. Yeah, you filled water guns with paint. Oh, that is so cool. I was wondering what you did. It was an awesome time. That is crazy. That's great, making memories like that. And so I'm going to have you on too, half pace. Sean, I want to get you on here, us doing have you on as a guest, talk about your your struggles. And if you guys don't know what that is, go over and check his channel out, and you'll understand a little bit about, or watch the Rendezvous when I interviewed Sean real quick at Half Base Outdoors. All right, so Guy Smiley's asking a question. Hey, Tony, sorry if you've addressed this already, but I was curious how you're implementing those awesome drone shots into your videos. Is Studio Tony a licensed pilot drone? No, he's not, but that is that X1 hovercraft, self-flying one. And it automatically downloads onto my phone, and then I just pick a little spot to do that with Guy. All right, hey Darlene, how are you doing? Let's see, scrolling down. I'm not getting a good reception either. Okay, hopefully it's fixed. Maybe someone okay, random 1.0 says better. All right, so I am catching up in the stuff here. Oh yeah, CKN. See that little thing next to KN's thing, not the wrench, but the S. So that's part of that member. You get a little star and stuff. with it that shows that you're supporting the channel in that way. And what that does, that I believe it gives you some different options with commenting and stuff. And I am going to be, once I figure it out, making a couple little icons that you guys can share. I just don't know how to do it, but we'll maybe have like squirrel, right up there's a sign. Have like squirrel, some different things to make it fun. But part of the something different than say like a buy me a coffee. When you do it on YouTube, it gives you more options. Oh, and mentioning buy me a coffee, they actually just updated something that I thought was really cool. So if you do a buy me a coffee, which anything you do is much appreciated, it gives me the option now to send you right on the spot. As soon as I see it, it comes up on my phone. I can reply to you, not with a text. And I used to always do it by text because that was the only way I could. Now I can actually do it with a video. I can send you a 30-second video, personalized. So if you want me to say happy birthday to someone, or, say hi to someone else or something like that, I just put it in the comments of the buy me a coffee, and then I'll make it personalized to whoever you want, or I'm just going to be thanking you as well. But that's really cool because I like doing the video interactions and stuff. It's more personal. Hey, Lou, how are you doing? Evening, y'all. Alrighty. Better now. Thank you, Sean. Better. I'm seeing all kinds of betters. Yeah, everything's freezing for everyone. Yeah. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Tony in chat. All right. So Stitch give away some memberships. Yes. So last Sunday, Stitch had gifted. So if you click on the join or click somewhere, I don't know where it's at, but you click somewhere to do something, you can gift some memberships. And I believe it's a 1-month membership you're gifting to someone, and then they can kind of see what it's like. And if they want to continue to support the channel through that, awesome. It really is. Yeah, Miss 2.0, I was saying about, Tony, here's a box card. It's pretty easy. So to make customized emojis is pretty easy. Yeah, I've got to figure that out. I want to figure that out. I want to make a couple. And so you guys can have access to certain emojis. Yeah, Miss 2.0 saying it's still far. Yep. I think we're getting close. It's going pretty good. Now that video with the thunderstorm, I also turned that into a short for like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I believe, of just the storm. I thought, well, I should make that. It's not often you get a wind, thunder, lightning storm, rain in the day. They mostly have been coming for me late in the evening when it's dark, and that's really hard to film. But when that wind came up, I thought, according to the, and I don't think he's on here right now, but the app that I use, it's called ABC 3340, and the Oregon boy, Jake, had sent that to me. He kind of looked at all the apps and says he's been looking at them for years, and he said that was the best one that he could find, and sent it to me, and then I downloaded it, and that's the app that I use to check the weather and stuff, and it's always been pretty spot on. But it was showing the storm north of me, the worst of it, and south of me, where I was at. So it was moving from east to west. That's the theme song that plays every time that I I have my videos. That's my intro song, from east to west. So as it's coming in, I was just in the green, and I thought, you know what? I'd probably get a little bit of rain. But the thunder and lightning was not directly on me. It was north and south of me. But as the rain was coming, it was forcing the wind to get very strong ahead of it because of all the rain that was coming down. It was forcing the air out. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I had the camera rolling, because I was saying, yeah, I think we're about ready to get hammered. And then the wind came and popped that trekking pole off, and it hit the camera. And then I got up quick and it actually knocked the microphone off the camera. And that's why when you're listening to me, fighting with the wind and stuff, the microphone receiver part had just popped out a little bit. So it wasn't pushed in all the way. So that's why I had to up the volume when I edited so you could hear me good enough. But yeah, it worked out good. And I'm so glad that was camping on the beach. I don't think so, honey. Yeah. Oh, that'd be a drive to get to the beach for us. After doing my live chat earlier on Sunday, sometimes it's hard to keep awake to watch yours. And I saw you were live, Baby and Me, Tiny House on Wheels. Yeah, because you're 3 hour difference from us. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Oh, I was saying Sean. Zach, I meant. I'm sorry, Zach. No worries. I really look forward to getting together for a camp when I can free up some time. Absolutely, me too. Yeah, and I don't believe did I. I don't believe I gave you my phone number while I was out there. So, if you can, Zach, send me an email on the Random Adventures. Let me put the email up. Banner. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I don't have my email up here. Nope, I don't. All right. Well, I'm not going to take time to put it up, but it's in the description of every video. If you want to shoot me an email. I guess watch for coconuts, right? Hey, Carl, but send me an email so I can send you my phone number. Laugh out. 2 palms up. Yeah. Yeah, Miss 2.0. I was looking at some places, thinking about taking her for her first hammock camp trip ever. So that will be pretty exciting, and I hope to catch that all on film. Make a video of it because I think that's going to be great. Alrighty. Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's see. I think I'm catching up. So, oh, Rick. Hey, Rick. Tony, I was curious. When is the last time you slept in a tent? The last time that I slept in a tent was at Raystown Lake. My father-in-law, Lisa's dad, John, and I took Gabby, Rachel, Riley, Emma, Cody, which was Gabby's boyfriend at the time. They're married now for, oh goodness, a couple, 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. Oh, I don't even know when they got married, but we took him when they were only like 15, 16 years old. So that would be 15 years ago. 15 years ago was the last time I slept in a tent. Yeah. Yeah. And the first time I ever slept in a hammock was at the video, my very first stealth camping video out in Centralia during Snowstorm Izzy. The blizzard that came up the coast, and that was my first time ever sleeping in a hammock. Yeah. Hey, Marino's Mysteries, how you doing from Maine? Hey, Ranger guy, Tony, you should camp in a tent next. Yeah, I don't have one. So I have, well, I did sleep in a tent, but a hammock tent, I don't know if that counts. Oh, and I put the hammock tent up and slept on a cot, but not a traditional tent, in other words. Let's see. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Master Interpolator. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Gary, how are you doing? Coming to you from Raleigh, North Carolina, which is not too far from my birthplace, which was Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yep. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? And say hi to your wife and all the grandkids and the kids. Yes. And Jeff is the one that sent us the stickers. the Random Adventures 2.0 stickers. That was a gift from Jeff, which is awesome. And I've been making lots of friends, Jeff. I certainly have. All righty. Great idea, Angel. Yeah, I'd have to go out and buy a tent. Unless there's a, you know what? Somebody did send me, I was last year, a company sent me a thing to do a collaboration on a tent. And it was one of those blow up tents where you use the big pump. But I looked at it, it was like 70 pounds. So I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to set it up because, most of my camping is done, either a little bit of backpacking into the woods, things like that. And I'm thinking, I don't have a field or anything that I could, I could probably camp at yeah, I could. There's a couple fields, farmers fields that I know of some dirt roads to get back to. Yeah, if I ever get an offer for a tent and I think, it'd be pretty cool, I'll do that. I want to do a tent camp, but I'll take the One Tiger's cot and sleep off the ground. But I do want to do like a little bivy tent. I just don't know if I can climb in and out of it, get down on the ground. But Alpine Warrior just did a review on a hammock that will go to ground and be like a bivy, almost like the Haven. That was a cool little setup he had there. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? Howdy, Tony. Howdy. You, Brian? Yes. I'll email you and get a hold of you. Oh, definitely, because I don't mind driving. You know that. I don't mind driving at all. And I'd love to come out there and do a video out in your area. And there's the email, RandAdventures927. Almost went 27, but now it's been 20. Come out there and see Ohio. Just having fun. Welcome. Awesome. Let's see. No. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Scott. That was a great video. Yeah, I loved that. That's got to be one of my favorite videos now. One, because it had so many elements in it. We had, we got something on the game cam. We had a cool storm. And big shout out to Taco Bell for putting together and actually taking the time to keep me carnivore in the way that I'm eating now. And like I said, the dollar sides, I didn't know they had dollar sides of steak. But was it Courtney? I think it was Courtney. Courtney, hey, if you're watching, thank you so much. But Courtney took the time for me to explain what I'm doing and told me that the beef didn't have any seasonings, the steak didn't have any seasonings. They heat it up it comes in a bag, then they heat it up in a water bath, so they're not even recooking it on a flat top with weird oils and stuff, seed oils. So she did 5 sides, some cheese, and a little bit of sour cream. And then I put that in my backpack and hiked that in. That was good. I mean, I did have from Wild for Salmon, I did have that pack of salmon that I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, but I was thinking of eating that instead of the pickles. And I went, we got blueberry bushes. I saw that scat coming in with all the hair in it. And then the other one looked like it had like seeds and berries. And I thought, that looks bigger, like a bear. And I'm thinking, do I really want to open salmon out here in the woods right now? Because there might be a bear come off that mountain, because it is if you look at the Google Earth when I was showing the spot, those woods go for a long way. Now, I didn't see any bear tracks, but it was warm enough that they're out of their, slumber. So yum. Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah. All righty. Hey, Hike with Mike. Howdy, folks. Or hey, folks. Yeah. Let's see. They catch your attention. Let's see. Sunday morning hikes. Hey, Tony, get yourself a oh to Wharton State Forest and hang in the pine barrens. I'll email you. Appreciate it. Definitely email me because I was that you that somebody just commented. I just answered the comment today, but I was a little lax at getting back to everyone from Thursday night's video because I had so much other stuff that I was doing. And I think it was you, maybe, but if not, somebody else said that I should get down to the Pine Barrens and do a camp down there. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. I've seen videos of that down there by Walter Zollner. He did a really good video from down there, and I know Pork Chop. He, he's from Jersey, and they actually do a hammock hang down in that area as well. Yes, New Jersey Pine Barrens. Yes. Let's see. Hopefully, we could both do a stealth camp together. Yeah, Skeeter, someday. Yeah, definitely. It's hard for me to do stealth camps with other people and film and everything, but yeah, we definitely got to. I saw you were out with somebody the other night, which was really cool, and I think we were out on the same night because I saw you went live on Facebook, and I popped in for a little bit, and that was right before the storm hit you, I believe, because yours where I was at, you're more south of where I was at, and I saw it coming. Yeah. Hey, Emma Brown. Tony thought you had a hot tent. Yeah, that's a hammock hot tent. So what kind of tent are you looking for? I'm not sure, Emma. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I've looked at some, but then because I've been just doing the hammock tent, I really haven't looked at some. But I was thinking of doing one, if I did one, where maybe I can use the trekking poles to cut down on weight of me hiking it in or going somewhere. Just like a two-person tent with that you use your trekking poles for. But yeah, I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look at tents again. But Emma, that is awesome. I think I'm gonna definitely. I guess when I was gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, that was one of the things I was looking at, trying to see what some of the tents were of people that were on that because they're lighter and seem like they break down easy. But yeah, I'd never done a tent before. The tent that I camped in, my father-in-law and I purchased one from Costco, 20 years ago. And that had the big aluminum poles and stuff. It slept 8. But when we went out there to Raystown, 15 plus years ago, it actually has 2 rooms, and a screened-in porch on it. It was huge and heavy. But back then, and that was a long time ago. Let's see. Oh, hey, yeah, guy. So I am sporting a watch. That's that watch that I did the review on, and I know in the video I said like cosplay was the name of it. Out from underneath the gloves, but it's Cospit. And like I said, when they asked me, "Hey, do you want to take a look at a smart watch?" I was like, "No, I don't, because I don't wear watches." And they said, "Well, take a look at it." And we went back and forth. I think I did like 24 emails back and forth between us, 24 emails, because I was like, well, I see that it does the GPS. I was asking about that. Does it track you? And they sent me a email back and said, yes, I saw that it had the compass on it. So I have it set to when you lift it, it automatically turns on. Oh, rise to, I got to turn it to me. But if I just push the button, I have it set this button here to go right to compass. So isn't that cool? You know, I just for like 4 days, 5 days, there was a comment on the review for the watch. No, it was on the video from Thursday night. Someone commented, "Hey, you do know that your phone does that. You know, you got a compass and stuff." It was kind of I didn't take it too much as negative, but if you read it, it's like, hey, dummy, you know, your phone does all that stuff. And I was trying to think, I just didn't respond to it because I didn't respond to any comments. But finally, tonight, I'm like, that was the last comment I had to respond to. And I was just like, what did I comment? I said, hey, that is so awesome. I said, now that I know, I've got a backup with my phone to the watch and my watch to the phone. So it was just really cool, really cool. But yeah, so far it's worked out really good. One thing I did notice though, it gives you text notifications. So when I get notified, I can see the text message on it, but there is no keypad that I can send a text back. But I don't look at my text until like if someone texts me, like my phone, I don't even have my phone on vibrate or, you know, notification bells or anything like that because I film with my phone and I don't want it buzzing in the middle of me filming because I don't have to throw it away and then do take number 2, or I could put it on airplane mode, but I don't. So I don't, even when someone calls me, it doesn't ring. Sorry, Miss 2.0. She's like, I was trying to call you. Didn't you hear it? I'm like, I have it all turned off because when I'm out filming, I don't, it doesn't, I just, just don't want to see it, you know, or hear it, because it'll interfere with the recording of the video. So hello, Tony, out hammock camping, Thermal City, North Carolina, getting the gold. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you're doing a little gold panning, Brewers prospecting. I would think. I got to get down there. Maybe I can come gold panning with you. It's been a while. I know I mentioned the other day, I think in the join video, like if you want to see that video, it's not public. It's maybe a 4-minute video of me just, you know, saying why I did the join button on YouTube, because I think it would just make it, you know, just something fun, but also supporting the channel. And then I would be able to do little things on there, and I think it would be cool. And I did mention on there that, you know, also I might do some like surveys to members and say, you know, I was thinking of doing this, or this. You know, what do you guys think? Is there anything else that you guys would want to see? Which I can do. And I do want to say, and I said this in that video, that absolutely nothing is going to change on the channel at all. You know, everything's going to stay the same. Just that is, some people don't like to leave a video or after a video and go, oh man, I really like that video. Even there is a money thing there where somebody can say, oh, I like the video, but they don't want to have to go off of YouTube to, you know, do a buy me a coffee or something like that. And so that's where the join button comes. But when you do it through the join button, there's so many neat things that you can interact with people on. So I really like that feature. And you can do different levels, but I thought, we'll just do one level and make it like because when you do just one, it comes up as an automatic price. I think you might be able to customize it and change it, but it came up just a penny less than a buy me a coffee. So I like, we'll just let it like that. Let's see. Hey, we got a question from William. Hey, Tony, just popping in to say hi. Well, hi, William. All righty. Hey, Olin Crackadated, there you are. Had to feed the puppies and just got through putting up a video. Oh, great, great, great. Yeah. Okay, Sunday morning hikes. That was you telling me about the Pine Barrens. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, it was hairy, wasn't it? Now, I said in the video I didn't know if that was coyote or fox. If anybody knows what that's, because nobody commented what that scat was on there, um, but it had a lot of hair in it. Yeah, I was just hoping it didn't all of a sudden run towards me with all that furry hair like it was a possum, just a playing possum, but it was a possum scat that would come alive. We see, oh, Dixie Cup. I thought that was oh, something I heard in the woods, Bigfoot. You know, someone commented because supposedly over in Schuylkill County, someone said, "Is that the Schuylkill County Bigfoot?" I guess there was some sightings over there. I know the wandering woodsman Cliff, who I met last year at Walter Zana's. I finally met him. Walter Zana's meetup, which he's having another meetup, I believe, this coming weekend on Sunday. And I didn't say if I was going to show up yet or not. It's at Little Buffalo State Park, but I'm going to show up. They're going to do a 3-mile hike. That used to be our kids' playground. I caught many fish out of Little Buffalo State Park. I used to do a lot of ice fishing there with my buddy, and I would get crappie bass there. A lot of fishing, a lot of memories at Little Buffalo State Park. In fact, that's the first fish, bass, smallmouth bass, that my daughter ever caught, Gabrielle, and kissed it before she wanted to kiss it before she let it go. And I think we have a picture of that somewhere. But since then, I mean, she's an avid fisherman, hunter, everything else, archery. But I have a picture of her standing. You can't see me standing. Oh, let me back up. But she's 9 months pregnant, getting ready to have our grandson. She went fishing that morning, and she is literally holding a bass about her thigh, and the tail is laying on the ground. That was a huge fish, humongous fish. Yeah, it was. Oh, I'm sliding back. All right. Let's see. But yeah, it could have been Bigfoot. I hope I catch it on the game cam. Yep, Pine Barrens, New Jersey. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Christopher, how are you doing? I think I missed somebody up here too. Yeah, Ragman, how are you doing? I thought I didn't want to miss you. Yeah. And then Christopher, let's see. Hi, Tony. Hi to my wife, Dawn. We'd love to see you camp in New Hampshire sometime. I'd like to get camping in New Hampshire. And hello, Dawn. How are you doing tonight? Christopher, that was awesome. Yeah, but I'd like to definitely get up there sometime. What kind of camp are you planning with Lisa? It's going to be a hammock camp. And so it's going to definitely be a hammock camp. She's going to be in a ONEWIND hammock with a zip up bug net. And I'm literally not sure where to take her for the first time. But I was thinking I might do, and I just checked, and it would be available. So when I did the CCC camp up there at that one camp, the CCC camp with the big stone fireplace, and I wanted to do that meetup up there. It's kind of back pretty far, but there is a pit toilet there, brand new, double. So, and it's the start of a certain loop hike. We won't be doing the loop hike, but there's that creek right there. maybe I can try to do a little go pan on the creek, because I'll have Lisa there to help. But I'm thinking of doing it there. Now there is places to hang the hammock, but I was thinking I could tie both of our heads and to the Subaru, to the luggage rack, because there's two bars. I can tie the hammocks to each one of those and run our feet to a tree. I think that would be cool, and that way I could get really close to the fire pit or fireplace. I'm thinking that would be cool, a cool place to do it at, especially for a first time. And it's a hike that if I ever am able, I would like to do that hike. I forget the name of the hike, but it's right there, and that's the mouth of it. Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see. I'm looking for new people that jumped on, but I'm seeing Dixie Cup and Emma Brown going back and forth, saying a couple things, and I'm trying to read it. And I can't talk and read at the same time. I'm just not that talented, so I always get a little I get sidetracked and stall. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Alpine Warrior, how are you doing? The Alpine Warrior, that video you did of that hanging hammock that goes to ground, that was really cool. Yeah, it was. I love that watch. Yeah, the watch. So I never told you guys how much that watch was in the video, but like my Galaxy that I used to have like 5 years ago, Samsung Galaxy, that at the time was over $400. They talked me into it, like they always do, try to talk you into stuff. But then it was $10 a month to have it activated because you needed a phone number for it. So this one, the T3 tank, I believe was $129, is what this one was. But like I said, I don't normally wear a watch at all. I just put it on tonight, so I will only be probably wearing it during when we're camping, or I go into the woods. But I'm thinking I might not even wear it. I might put it on my backpack just so I can look at it, just look down. And I don't know, I'm weird anymore with watches on my arm. Yeah. Oh, you guys see the new bracelet that I've got on? So this, I actually got a couple. I got Lisa one and myself two. Where's the other one? Oh, let me show you this one too. So I'm getting sidetracked. Squirrel. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. All right. So this is there's a ministry of recovering drug addicts and stuff. It's a Christian missionary out of Tennessee, and they're up in the area every once in a while. I'll see them at different places. And I was coming out of Tractor Supply because I wanted to get some more permethrin for some different things, because I want to treat my gear and stuff with permethrin. Since we're getting so many ticks, I've been in the woods for 3 years now, and this is the first year that I've gotten ticks. And I had, how many ticks did I have so far this year? I had, oh goodness, 21 ticks so far that I've found on my legs. Now 19 of them came from that one day. So far, we just had, I'm watching our comments go here, but looks like Darlene and everybody's taking care of the rest of stuff. All right, so anyhow, 21 ticks. So I had 2 the other night, and both of those ticks, like I said, the one had come up my pant leg, and it was slowing down a lot because it crawled over the permethrin. And because of the permethrin, was going to die anyhow. But when I reached on my neck, because I felt something crawling on my neck, I went like that, and there was a tick under my fingernail. But looking here, so it's a ministry out of Tennessee, and I don't remember what the ministry is, but it's men that have struggled with addictions. And I've seen them different times, and usually like to try to donate to them. And so a beautiful ministry, but I think they are clean for a year, and then they go out spreading the word. And I saw these bracelets, and I thought, ooh, they look nice. They're made out of recycled saddles. So you can see it's the saddle right here, and then they make the twine. So I grabbed 3 of them. Lisa says grace on it, and this one here says, and by his wounds we are healed. Amen. And then I really liked this one as well. You can see it's got a little stone right there with a cross. Very cool. And it goes to help these guys continue to go from town to town. I guess part of the ministry is they put them, men that are in the midst, they put them with a mentor, and then they usually pay for their hotels, stuff like that. And then they're outside of stores selling different things like hats and t-shirts, a lot for, military and things like that. And they got some really nice stuff. When you make a donation, they like to give you things. So I did a donation for these, and then a little bit more. Yeah. All right. So coming down. Okay, Alpine's asking a question here. Tony, does that watch have a thermometer on it? Yes, it does. Yep. So it does tell you the temperature. Has an altimeter and a barometer on it as well. And then, it's Bluetooth linked to your phone, and then it has a magnetic charging base right there that you set it on, and it charges it up. So, all right. Well, yep. Let's see. I didn't go over all the features that the watch has, but it does give you weather, gives you like what it's going to be, and it's got that flashlight, notifications you can turn on. It's got a lot of stuff on it. Yeah, it does. Alarm, but barometric altimeter and stopwatch. Just, it's got a lot of stuff. And like I said, I don't want to make the video too long, but I wanted to do enough that you can and really tell you how. And the battery stays, once you charge it up, it stays charged for days. Yeah. Stop playing with your watch. Get on with it live. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Hey, PTL, how are you doing, friend? All right. Okay, Curtis Snow. Hey, Tony, what's up? Hope you're enjoying your evening. I can't stick here for long. Well, I'm glad you popped in to do some running, but gonna come back and watch tonight. So if you've already jumped off by the time I got to this, because I am 10 minutes behind on the comments, I'm doing pretty good tonight. Yeah, I am. Hey, Curtis, how you doing? We'll do that. Come back later tonight and watch it. I get Holmes, seen you was live and wanted to drop you a line. Well, I greatly appreciate that. Hey, brother Freddie, how are you doing? Late but here. Wish you all the best. Awesome video. Past the peak. Stitch, thank you for gifting gifted 1 membership. And like I was saying last week, so now what will happen is It will go through, and it looks like Hammock Mountain. Well, welcome to the gifted membership there, Hammock. And thank you very much, Stitch. So last Sunday, Stitch had gifted 5 memberships, or the 2.0 crew is what we're calling it. And it's I want to say Amazon, but YouTube automatically will just randomly, I like random, select somebody for that. And Stitch, I don't know if you were on, but looks like KNDG, Magic Man, Kenny 525, Boxcar Jerry, and Ray Barr were all beneficiaries of your gift last week. Awesome. A secret scroll. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. Did it? Got 10 youth going to church camp. Whoa, that's awesome, brother Leonard. That is awesome. Okay. Hey, Debbie Hills. How are you doing, Debbie? I don't know, Debbie. Are you going to be at Walter's Zauna's meetup coming up? Like I said, I was supposed to be going away, but we decided we weren't going to go away because Miss 2.0 couldn't get off a day of work because she called off a couple times for that Memorial Day picnic up at her daughter's, and she doesn't want to call off very often because it really puts people in a predicament, and she doesn't want to get fired, right? Yeah. But if you're going to be there, I might show up in the morning, and I am going to have channel stickers with me to give out to everybody that's there. Wish I had these for the rendezvous, but it'll have to be next year. But these are the channel stickers that Jeff Cooper had sent us, so we got some of those to bring along. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I was going to just surprise everyone at Little Buffalo State Park in Perry County, Pennsylvania, but it is a state park. I think Walter's getting there maybe a day ahead of time and going to camp. That's about maybe an hour and a half's drive for me. So I might end up, because I know they're going to meet up in the morning and go for a hike and then come back. And they're going to meet down at the one end. When you come into Little Buffalo, wrap you around, you'll see the big pool that they have. Man, kids and I and Lisa spent a lot of years at that pool. Yeah, when our oldest was 1, we used to go there. Even before we had any kids, Miss 2.0 and I used to go there. When we got married, and not too long ago after that, we had our first child. But yeah. But if you're going to be there, love to meet you, Debbie. Really look forward to it if you can make it. But I didn't even tell Walter I'm showing up yet, just in case. I just found out it would work out for this coming meetup. Hey, guys, Smiley Tony, is your stroke side mobility improving at all? You seem less encumbered. I want to say that it is. It's like I can't show you now, but I don't even, let me see if I can do it with this hand. So, yeah, so my foot, when I pick it up off the floor, it'll automatically, it doesn't drop so much this way, a little bit, it'll drop this way, but it's so weak that it falls out. It turns this way. I've just had a little bit of success, and I think so, because the atrophy of that not firing for 2 years and 2 months now, it's atrophied to where I can't move it out. And because of the atrophy, if I'm just standing there, I'll fall over. There's actually, right when that tarp blew off, I got up and I was grabbing my phone, and I went to go grab the guy line and I fell flat onto my backpack. Fortunately, the backpack was there, but I had the camera running, and all you hear is woof, and all you see is the backpack because the filming was facing out, and I'm rolling rolling around on the backpack trying to get up. That all cut out of the video. So sometimes when you see me do a walk by or something like that, you'll see me do it one time, but I might do a walk by twice. And I start out before I even get into frame to get my gait going. Once I get my gait going, then I've got my stride. And then that's what I pick for my editing. But I do want to say that it's always improving. But I had a big success the other night that I was able to move my foot, because when it falls out, like if I stick my leg out, I just did it. I wish I could show y'all, but my foot's sticking out like this on an angle, all right, down, and I moved it that much, lifted it. It's weak, but it moved. So that's what I'm concentrating on now, working on that. What was it? I mean, like I said, even though I want to call it fine motor skills, very fine little muscles is what I'm really trying to hone in on. And I'm trying, because you'll see me when I'm in focused on filming, this arm will just hang there sometimes, and I'm doing stuff like this and it's just swinging and hanging, and I'm trying to focus on doing this. So even talking, I talk with my hands all the time, so I've got to incorporate it. I consciously have just thought about using that arm. It's not natural anymore to fire that way, so I've got to do it, still get it doing that. But I am getting a little bit more mobility, but I do fall Miss 2.0. I went to go walk around her yesterday. So for me, in crowds, and that's one of the reasons I didn't go to all trail days, was because I wasn't sure the spacing that I can keep between people. And Stitch and Alpine can attest to this. When I'm walking, I'll stop and let people move ahead of me in a crowd. Not a big crowd, but just even in a smaller crowd, if there's people around, because I've got to see that I can get at least 2 steps to get into my normal gait. Then I can go. But as soon as someone comes across, then I stop and I fall to my right, especially if it's uneven. It just happens. But I went to go walk around to get into the kitchen the other night, and Lisa was standing there cleaning something off the desk, and I went to step this way and lost my balance, and then I fell this way, fell right into her, and she goes, "Oh, you're falling for me." I said, "Always." Yeah, always. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of what you guys see is going to be edited in the video. If I can catch some stuff on there, maybe I'll start letting some of that in. But yeah. Hey, Johnny, how are you doing, brother? Take Lisa to the Land Between the Lakes in Kentucky, also known as the LBL. I have to look that up. Land Between the Lakes. Yeah, that would be probably 8-hour drive, Kentucky, from here. Yeah, I don't know if we can make it that far, and be able to camp and get back, unless we can get her some time off. Yeah. But the plan is, we'll see how this one goes and how much she enjoys it. So we're going to make it enjoyable. Very. Yeah. So that she wants to do it a lot more. She's an outdoorsy person, but she just has never really slept overnight. Even when it was just my father-in-law took the kids to Raystown for our first anniversary. Was the last time Lisa went camping. I took her. We went to Lake Raystown. Now at the time, I had a pickup truck. Never really camped before, but we borrowed a tent. I borrowed a tent. I borrowed a heater because our anniversary is October 2nd, so it was cold. And threw the mattress from our bed in the back of the truck, and we packed the suitcases, no backpacks. We packed suitcases. All right. Well, I didn't pack a suitcase. Miss 2.0 packed a suitcase, and we're going down the highway. We just got onto the highway. We're going, and we didn't have anything tied down in the back of the truck, and air must have gotten off under the mattress, lifted it up enough to throw the suitcase out of the back of the truck. It hit the highway, opened up, and scattered her clothes on the highway. And we pulled over quick. I backed up from the media, and we're out there picking up clothes and suitcases or suitcase and throwing it all in there. But we actually had, what was that, a double or a queen mattress? It took up the whole 8-foot bed of the pickup truck. But we had a great time. That was our first ever, her first ever camp, and I's camp overnight. She never went again, but we had an awesome time. So I want to get her in a hammock and get her going because I think she's going to really enjoy it. Hey, Carl, how are you doing? Let's see. Do they have a ladies' watch style? They had two different styles, Darlene. I don't know if they have a ladies. I'm sure they do. They have they have the round face and then also a square. I think most women would maybe want the square one. I'm not sure, but they did have this silver, and then they had this matte black. I liked the framing of it rather than silver, and it is 15 grade military tests on it, so it's a good watch. It really is. I like it. Okay. Let's see. I just got to the what you guys, my wrenches took care of. Our moderators got somebody off of there that was doing some stuff. Alrighty, and I appreciate you guys and all the work y'all do. That's been a long time since we had someone jump in and do stuff. There we go. Hey, Dennis, how are you doing? Hi, Tony. Hello to the rest of the 2.0 family. Absolutely. So, all right. Hey, Tom. Good to see you, Tom Locke. Tent makes great tents that are affordable. Oh, thank you. I'll have to look that up and see what I can find. Put some in Amazon. I can put it on the wish list. I want to look into it, but I've always been a little hesitant to get a tent because I don't know what I'm really looking for. Hey, Carl, I also have a tent and 2 cots I can set up in my living room next to the TV. If you and Lisa want to come down to Alabama to camp, laugh out loud. Well, Miss 2.0 would probably enjoy that, being in a house. Yeah. Thank you for the offer, Carl. Maybe we can do a little bit of fishing too with those lures you make. Oh, they are awesome. Hey, Adam, howdy y'all, and good evening. Yeah. Let's see. Yes. No, you can't watch any movies on there on the watch. Boy, that would be really hard to see. My eyes are little blurry anyhow sometimes. Let's see. He can barely see his watch, right? Uh, all right. Hey, Chad, how are you doing? As a search and rescue member, we wait gators to help with ticks, and we always do a tick check on each other. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, you wear gators. Wait gators. Hey, gator, what do you want for dinner? Waiting on gators. Yep. I got it. Reading's not as my reading's not as good. Yep. Freddie Moss uh, congratulating Hammock Mountain for the gift of a um, join the 2.0 crew tab that Stitch had done. Hey, Adam, how are you doing? Let's see. Do you plan to sell the stickers? Would love to get one. Yeah, these I don't know. I have not thought about it. They are awesome stickers. I like them. I was actually trying to figure out how to get stickers. So I know you can get stickers on the if you go to where you can buy the t-shirts, a lot of times there's a sticker for the same theme. But I loved these stickers because it almost looks like the ones that you see like on the back of cars that like uh 26.2, 13.1 for like marathons. I love that style. Or, with the initials of seeing like for Outer Banks, EBX and or OBX. EBX. Let's see. But yeah, I'll have to look into that and see. Um, a little off keel outdoors. How are you doing? Yeah, welcome, welcome. Ah, yeah. Uh, check out the gate later and now. Yeah, you're looking. Well, thank you so much, Emma. You know, I was looking at some of my old videos, and just seeing the improvements myself. And that's what's really cool about it, that I do have a log, a documentary of my timeline on YouTube. And that's what's really awesome about YouTube, is being able to go back and look at yourself. Now we got 3 years worth of videos, um, that like almost 450 videos that we can go back, and even just leading up to the stroke, after the stroke, months after the stroke, 6 months after the stroke, a year after the stroke, now 2 years after the stroke, and really get to see the different things. I don't always see it because I'm not concentrated on it, until I because I'm working on little things. Like a couple months ago, I couldn't do this with my toes on that stroke side, but I found that when I massage that band muscle that goes up along your shin on the outside, if I keep rubbing that thing, and I did that for 3 weeks straight, because when I put pressure on it, I can do my toes. I'm doing my toes right now. I can't wiggle them very fast, kind of like my fingers. I can't wiggle them fast. I can do this, but not real fast. but but even straighten them out, you can see they get slow and tight. But I'm focusing on little things. I'm always seeing improvement, but it's a matter of focusing on them. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hey, Emma, how you doing? Yes. Hello, great camp. I thought that wind was going to whisk you and the tarp away. Blessings to you and your family. for a healthy and safe week. Same to you, Eva, and thank you so much. Yeah, that was when I was holding it. It was actually like a sail. It was pulling me. And I know I talked to Stitch. He said, I was screaming at the TV at you because you should have put it in, down more like an A-frame and closed the doors. I literally didn't think it was going to actually hit us or have that kind of wind. And at that point, I was like, well, I'm just going to get those things back in. And believe it or not, it rained as soon as I got ready to put that last peg in. You saw me under the tarp. I got both the sides in and that one stake. And then it was holding the trekking pole up. And I reached out and you can see the water come pouring off the tarp. And I stayed completely dry. I think in the video, there was one drop right here. And it was perfect. And I was excited, but also a little concerned, like, oh, I don't want to get soaked. So I even thought of just sitting in the hammock and holding the one side down tight to the hammock if it got too bad and I couldn't get it set up good enough. Yeah. Dixie Cup. Oh, Tony, I'm so sorry. Do you have physical therapy? I don't have physical therapy. They felt that I pretty much ended it. And who I was going to, when I had returned to go back, they were not really focusing on the minor stuff as much. And just based on my insurance, I just kind of ran out, and the copay was very high to do it. So I was figuring on doing some things. What did I just click on something? Freddie, Tony, what? Oh, Stitch must be in there doing that. So Freddie Moss is asking, Tony, what do you use to hold your camera or phone while you are filming? What type and what brand? Well, Freddie, that is actually a carbon fiber tripod that was gifted by Emma Brown from Amazon. And it is, if you look into on the Amazon storefront for Random Adventures 2.0, you'll see that on there. There's actually a couple on there. So, but you'll know and here's one of the things that I'm doing when I'm filming. You'll notice the quality of the filming. I'm using the opposite side, not the camera face, like looking at your phone. I try to always use, because it's a better camera, the one on the opposite side of your phone. But just holding the tripod when I'm walking, there's enough shake, even though I have it stabilizers on, there's enough shake that it messes with the pixels of your quality of picture. So what I try to do, I try to set it down as much as I can and just have it film with it sitting on the tripod, all three legs on the ground. And when it's like that, okay, I'll give you an example. I don't know exactly where it's at, but it's when I find those three trees. So we just see the scat in that last video on the ground, and you can see me standing there with it, and you'll see it wobble a little bit, like go in and out of focus for a second. But then I said, oh, let's go over here. We just saw the wild azalea. I said I didn't know if it was a wild azalea. It was a wild azalea. And then we're looking at the blueberries, and I said, we got to find a tree. And then I said, oh, I just think I found our spot, which was a pine and then the two oaks. And as soon as I say that, the next edit that you see is I put the tripod then on the ground, and then all of a sudden you see me come into frame walking past the camera. But you can see a difference in the quality of the video because it's stable. so stable that it doesn't need stabilizers, right? Um, because it's on the ground, and because it's on the ground, it's definitely going through that way. Let's see, Tony, have you promised Lisa that you will? Oh, have I promised her what I'll cook for her on the upcoming camping adventure? I haven't. I haven't actually. And now that we're eating carnivore, and when I say we are, she is eating a lot more carnivore than I thought she would. I mean, she has a sweet potato and a baked potato, so she's not 100%, but she's more carnivore than say she wasn't. Um, so as far as lobster and steak, well, so if no bears get us, right? Yeah. Uh, or coyotes, right? Uh, so, so when I, um, so what I'm, oh, let me finish that. So I haven't figured it out yet, but the planning on meals now is even, it's easy because I only got certain choices, but the hard part is that I just don't want to go out there and eat a ribeye every time I go out. Well, yeah, I do, but I don't want to just cook a ribeye every time I go out. And I do want to say that I don't eat ribeye every day, but I'll take a chuck roast. I love doing this. Okay, so I'll get a chuck roast from the butcher. So Irish Isles is where I go. That's my butcher, and I got just last Monday. I got a chuck roast. All right, nice, very a 4 pound chuck roast. It was big, and I said, "Hey, can you?" Because they do this for free. Can you cut that up into 1 inch cubes, or like you would for a cube steak? They're like, "Sure, Mister 2.0." No, they didn't say that, but they do watch the channel now. But the butcher said, "Absolutely, I'll get that done for you." So he did. He cut it up into little cubes. Now, I I have done this already. Like I'll do it in a crock pot with just salt and butter. Let it overnight. I like the flavor of it for that, but a pot roast that's falling apart is good, but it has a certain flavor, which I like. But one of the things that I found is if I take those same cubes and I throw them in a cast iron pan and I cook it, it's a poor man's ribeye. Oh my goodness, is that ever good? And I think we did that on one of the camps. No, I chopped up an actual ribeye and did cubes. So what I'm thinking of doing for our meal, I haven't quite come up with it yet, but I think I want to do, if we can get up there to that fireplace and do that camp at that big old stone fireplace up there, I'd like to cook something over a fire. And I would love to do, because I'll have the car, I can even get the cast iron, put it over some hot coals. I've got the this here, which we can take. This is the BBQ, the bitty big Q that was sent to us. So that extends out and makes it great, and I can set it on there. I've used it. I think I used this up there for that camp when we were doing. I put the kettle on it to heat up coffee and stuff. We will watch the documentary about the guy that got eaten by a grizzly. Yeah, before we go, right? No, we won't. Yeah. So I'm thinking what I can do even is get soak some wooden skewers in water and then do little kebabs with ribeye steak. No bears dare to come near me. I teach them a lesson. Oh, that's one of the things that I actually do want to get, but I'm not sure where to get it yet. I've got to look around. They probably have it at REI. I might check. I might check Amazon. I want to get a canister of bear spray just for some of the backpacking that we do, only because, you know, if we do run into a bear or a pack of coyotes, bear spray would be good to have handy as a deterrent. Or if I'm stealth camping somewhere and with that, um, I have to use it, like say somebody nefarious shows up, I can bear spray them. Yeah, but that's something I'll look into. And hey, drunken chef barbecue, how are you doing tonight? Absolutely. And I am going to move this here over, cover up my other comments so I can see this here. Hey, William Simo, how are you doing? Hey, Carl Simpson says, Lisa, don't worry about the bears. You can probably outrun. Yes, you can. She can outrun me, but the bears only like this, you know. Oh, and that, I forgot that saying, but you don't have to worry about bears as long as you're faster than everybody else. Hey, Carl, good point, but sad. No bears. Yeah, we should be okay. I will take a machete. Yeah. Oh, and we have a machete. George, who uh, that's the Vietnam vet that I have coffee with and help squirrel. Yeah. So he actually, we were down at the farmer's market and he wanted to go see the one guy about some silver coins and stuff. And I was walking with him and we stopped. There was a bunch of little knives there. And he goes, "Hey, how much is that?" And the guy said, "Oh, this amount." And he goes, "Oh, that's not bad." He picked it up, handed it to the guy, and then bought it. It was a little, not little, it's fairly big machete. And then we started walking again. He had it in the bag, and then he goes, "Here, this is for you out on your camping trips." And so I do have a machete. I just haven't taken it out, taken it out with me yet. But it can go on there because I can't swing it with this arm. I'd have to swing it all left arm and left arm. But I'll give Lisa the machete. She can swing the machete. Drunken Chef Barbecue says, "Shoot me an email regarding stickers. My email is in my bio." Okay, I definitely will. I definitely will. Wilderness Bushcraft says, "I just happened upon your channel today, and I'm enjoying your content. Can you tell us what you think of your watch?" Well, first I want to say, Wilderness Bushcraft, welcome to the 2.0 family. Glad you stumbled in. And now that you stumbled in, stay a while, right? That is so cool. So as far as the watch goes, I know there's certain things that a smart watch can do. I don't know if you need all the bells and whistles, but for me, there are so many things on here that I probably would not even use. Even on a Galaxy watch, there was things on there that I would never use. But I looked at it more for, I loved the compass, and I should have hit Track Me whenever it was when I went on the hike. But there's a lot of things like you can jump on to set it up for different sport modes, and I guess it recognizes when you're doing certain things, and it will record that. Like you can do certain things like have certain exercises, treadmill, things like that, running. It does a lot of that stuff. You know, so if you want to track your health and stuff like that, it does do beats per minute. It does not do blood pressure, but I heard there in a month it will. So I don't know if they're going to do a little update with it. It is their newest watch, the Tank 3, and just the cost of it. You know, well, I didn't pay for it because they sent it to me to do a review. Would I have bought it without them sending it to me? Me personally, I don't wear watches, but I like it, and I am going to be wearing it on my camps and stuff. Like I said, I don't know if I'll always wear it on my wrist because maybe if I get used to it. But if I wanted a smartwatch, it does everything I need it to do. And I like the fact that it tracks certain things. It even tracks your sleep. Uh, I had it on the other day and I was sitting here doing something and it buzzed at me. And I looked at it and it said, get up and move around. So I got up and moved around. Yeah. So I do like it. And so far, me personally, I would recommend this one, but I don't know of any other smartwatches that are out there. But maybe watch a couple other videos on it and listen to what maybe some others say in different perspectives. And there's other reviews out there that will show you more in depth than what I did. Like I said, I didn't want to go too long with that video. I might have been a little too long, but not long enough because they said, hey, you should have showed yourself camping with it. And I was like, well, I'm going to my camps. It didn't need to be in this one. But yeah, let's see. Oh, question, Dennis. I'm looking over here for questions. But I can look here because Stitch is on the ball. If you go to the Pine Barrens, be aware of the Jersey Devil, right? I heard that. And I did hear that possibly one guy was talking about being out there, and where was I at? Oh, I was at Maha. They were talking about it, and the one guy was saying, yeah, like really weird stuff happens out there sometimes. So I don't want to be scary. Yeah. Let's see. Herb of Fireside Studios. Hey, how are you doing? Howdy, Tony. Do you have an unexplainable events to tell us from your camping experiences? Well, the only unexplained. However, I think we got pretty close to an unexplained because at first I did hear a deer snort, or what I thought was a deer snort while I was talking out on that camp. But then, I've heard people say tree knocking, stuff like that. And they said, you should knock back. I like, nope, not going to knock back today. But there was multiple sounds. Single sounds, like it wasn't like over and over and over again. There was one sound and then it would not another one. And then maybe 3 minutes later, another one. And the same sound. It wasn't like it was different. And that's where you see me in the video talking, and I'm like listening. At some points when I was editing, I thought, should I cut all that out? Because it looks like I just froze on screen because I was intently listening because I really wasn't sure what it was and if it was getting closer, but it was moving. It was not in the same spot. It was closer down this way to where I was at off to my left. And then it was further up, but then it was further down again. I heard it about 6 times. At some point I got, I'm just going to put it out of my mind. I got stuff to film, right? So we continued to film. I said, if it ever figure it out, I'll figure out what it is later when it shows up. Yeah. Wouldn't Cabela's near you have bear spray? I'm sure they would have bear spray. Yeah, up in the camping section. I'm sure they do. It is an hour and 10 minutes away from me to get there. So I should make a trip over that way. The other place would be REI, which is in Camp Hill, Mechanicsburg. That's about the same, an hour and 10 minutes away. But I'm going to check Amazon because that's front doors away, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Dennis is asking, I'd say it was coyote scat. Okay. Good, 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 good. Thank you very much, Dennis. Hey, Nicholas Green, brother. How are you doing, brother? What's up? Just got back from a cornfield. Oh, I found another arrowhead. Oh, another one. I saw the post that you were holding up an arrowhead. That was cool. I remember you said you were going to go out and look for them. This is a good time to be looking for them, especially with the not all the fields being plowed, but the ones that are plowed kick up artifacts like that. That is so cool. Nicholas, I should run up there and do that with you. Definitely, definitely. I know I was watching one guy. He was along the Susquehanna River, and they had screens set up. He was in a field, and they were shoveling stuff onto the screen, and they were getting some really nice ones, big ones, all different sizes. Because Susquehanna River, there was the Susquehanna Indian, I think. That was a throughway for travel for maybe a couple tribes. I know the Lenape tribe went through there as well. Hey, John, how are you doing? John Schofield, Flame Boy. Hello from Ranshaw. I got sad news. Oh, your mom passed away 2 days ago. Sorry to hear that, John. And thank you so much for sharing that with the 2.0 family. And I do want to pray for you and your family and for your loss. Loss is never easy, and definitely isn't. So definitely be praying for you. And I know the 2.0 family will be praying for you as well. Alrighty. D. Kane, how are you doing? Hi, Tony and everyone. This is D from York, Pennsylvania. Alrighty, D. Hey, I like your medical icon there. Really cool. Are you a nurse or in the medical field at all? Just checking. Yep. And hey, Dan, how are you doing? Dan, Can't Kill 'Em All. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tony. I hope you are well. I am doing good. And just a little bit of a carnivore update. So I am doing very good. I've been checking my blood sugars on a regular basis, and amazing. I have blood work coming up. I have my last blood work in tow, ready to show you all that. And also, I'm hoping for very good results. Now, I am on day 48 of carnivore, and I want to give you all more of an update and tell you what I'm doing, but I don't want my doctor to hear. No, just kidding. But there's certain things I want to just hold off a little bit till I know everything's kicking in the right way. But I do want to say that I do take my do my blood work every day, 3 times a day, and I'm just learning because I went on to Homestead How had a there was a panel last night. If you go to his channel, look up Homestead How, HOW, and there was a panel of, it must have been 10 or so individuals, doctors in the mix. There was probably 4 doctors that are all very, very good people that I watch. Dr. Chafee and many others were on there, and they did a must have been 4 or 5 hour live talking about carnivore, and also a lot of people, talking about asking questions. And they were asking questions. They were only going to stay on till 10, and I know it was 12:30. They were still going. I said goodnight to everybody, and I went about 11:35, and then I checked around there. They were still going, but they're down in Texas right now for a big carnivore conference. There was a lot of doctors on there. Really, really was cool. There was one lady, I didn't catch what but she does have a YouTube channel. She's from Australia. She was one of the ones on the panel, and she was talking about it. She has a meat aversion, which means you don't like the taste of meat, but she's found out ways that she can prepare it, things like that, that she can eat it. Now, when I say she's lost 500 pounds so far, all documented on YouTube, 500 pounds, and really amazing. But like I said, health issues, things like that, that they were talking about, doctors answering questions for people that were talking about different things, and they were asking about things. But I did learn one thing, that glucose that the meter checks up on, because I would, like, I ate, and 2 hours after I ate, checked it, before I would be 400, very high, right? So, and it's been 4.5 weeks and 4 weeks since I did something other than the carnivore diet. And what I mean by that is something I will be checking out on my blood work. But she, I took it the other night, and 2 hours after eating, it was 109. No, 106. I've already, but then I didn't eat anything else the rest of the night, all through the night. And then in the morning, I checked it before I ate, was 122. So it's always been a struggle for me to understand how it can go up when you didn't eat any carbs. But certain parts of your body will produce glucosamine. Don't disclaimer: I'm not a doctor in medical field at all, so definitely always check with your doctor on this stuff. But if you go on that video, they're talking about certain things. These doctors are, and they're talking about how protein can also go through a certain process and then converts to, like, because your body needs sugar, certain glucose, it needs a certain level. So sometimes the processing of protein will produce something in the glucose field, but the good glucose that your body needs. So yeah, I learned that because I've always wondered how it can go up a little bit, even though I didn't, maybe I fasted. And that night I fasted all night and since like the evening. And I was wondering how it went up a little bit. But yes, Tony, sure as heck ain't a doctor. Don't listen to him. Find a doctor. Absolutely, 100%, because I'm not. And everybody's different. And everybody will react to things differently. And that's why it's really neat. If you do get a chance, go over there and watch that. Tony, it was a snuffleupagus. It might have been in the woods. He could have come and sat down, not on my hammock. Old Snuffy. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Hammock Mountain's got a little sticker next to his name. Yes. So hello, everyone. I got here right on time. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Hammock Mountain. Let's see. D. Kane says, what are you talking about, Tony, when you are talking about the weird events? The weird events? When I was camping, the weird events, so that was the one. The other one was when I was did that camp in a cemetery, and I heard the loud crash in the woods. And I've already been in the woods coon hunting when I was in my late teens. We would go out coon hunting. My one friend had coon dogs, and we would go out in the woods, shut our lights off, and just stand there in the woods sometimes for hours just listening to the dog bark. And you would always hear when they picked up a trail, and then you would turn your headlights on and start walking when you heard a tree. A coonhound, when it trees a dog, way different bark than when it's on trail. So we would get out there and I would hear, um, you know, all of a sudden we would walk into a certain section of the woods and there would be flapping through the woods. Hey, we got a new member there. Anthony Price is a new member. Awesome, Anthony. Great. And thank you for becoming part of the 2.0 crew. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, what's up? My Colorado trip was awesome. Well, that is fantastic. Yeah, did you get any pictures? If you did, try to put them up on our Facebook Random Adventures 2.0 family Facebook page. We'd love to see those pictures. And thank you very much, Anthony. Yeah. Oh, retired paramedic. Oh, that's awesome, D. And I'm getting back to your other thing. So when I was walking through the woods when we were coon hunting, sometimes a flock of turkeys would come. We would either pull them off the tree, because I didn't even know turkeys slept in trees at that age. But they have such a large wingspan that at night they're flying through the trees and they're just crash through the trees. Scared the living daylights out of me the first time I heard it. So when I was in the cemetery, there's a lot of woods right next to it. And I heard this one loud crash. And when I mean one loud crash, almost like a tree branch or a turkey flew into a tree branch, very loud. And I looked. Now, fortunately, it was on the other side of a steel wrought iron fence that was right there. And in that video, you can see it. But that's all I heard. If a turkey was flying through or a tree fell, it would go crash as it's falling down, or a large branch hit the ground and go crash, thud, and bounce a little bit. Absolutely no. That was one big crash. And I was like, oh, what's that? And I waited. About 3 minutes later, there was another crash, loud, same sound. And then it was just one and not a follow-up crash. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's a slow flying turkey. He's just like, crash, flap, crash. But no, it didn't do that. And then, so that night I heard probably about 5, all in the same area, same sound. So that was the only unexplained thing that I had, other than the one that just happened. Yeah. Tony, did you ever find that patch? Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I did. And you know where I put it? I put it in the desk instead of over on the mail hammock. So this comes from Dennis. Dennis had sent me a letter, an envelope, and I opened it. So, mail. We got mail. Oh, we did. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to pull it out here because I know there's a note, and you just gave away to everybody what it is. So I'm going to hold that up in a second, and first I want to read the note from Dennis. So here's Dennis's note. All right, so it says, "Hi Tony, hope you like the patch. You can sew or iron it on. The iron method works great. Enjoy, brother, Dennis." All right, so here's the patch. And Dennis, I saw it on your one pack. I saw this patch here, that the same one that you sent me. Hanging out. Look at that. There we go. So that came from Dennis, and I wanted to show that last week. I didn't get a chance to put it up. Yeah, because I couldn't find it. And I was looking over here. I had it on the table. I thought, looking all over the place, but could not find it. But thank you so much. And you can see on the back, it's either an iron on or a sew on. So on with the show. No, so on. But I will probably iron it on. Yeah. And I've got to figure out a good place to put it. Uh, and I will get that ironed on. But thank you so much, Dennis. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, there is Drew 2.0. Hey, yeah. Oh, this is for Darlene Strokan. 2.0. Yeah, yeah. 2.0. Do a double take. All right. So, Mark Sanders, how are you doing? Look into the sunrise effect on blood sugar. Okay. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, we had a really cool sunset that I missed on our last camp because I slept right through it. You know how I always try to get sunset or sunrise in the morning with a little time lapse. I went to bed at 11:30 the night of our camp during the storm camp, and I slept all night long. And I woke up at 7:15 in the morning, and I was like, "Whoops," because the sunrise right now is 5:35 in the morning. So to set the time lapse up, I would get up maybe 5 o'clock, set it up, get it positioned, and then climb back in, turn it on, and climb back in the hammock so that it can catch that sunrise. And I wasn't able to do that because I overslept. That's why we leaned out of the hammock. I said, "Oh, look at the sun!" And that was really cool. Hey, Drew, how are you doing? Let's see. Did you ever find out what that creepy noise was behind Walmart in your last video? No, I have no clue. It could have been. I'm not sure because an animal would have been. I would have heard it move from one spot to another spot. And it was definitely, the sound was, the first one was to my left about 25 yards. The second one was to my left, but up the mountain 30 yards. And did it again. And then the third time, it was probably 20 yards off to my left again. So it was a little closer. And then I did hear it one more time, real faint, about 20 yards up from that last one. So it was almost like it was up further. But yeah, it was bouncing around. As long as there are no voices coming from the cemetery, it's okay. Yeah, that's also the same night that I was shining a light around and I saw the eyeballs. And the eyeballs were moving a little bit. And then I got a little brighter of a light and noticed as it walked, it was a cat. There was a stray cat going in and out of the tombstones. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I wonder where I'm at. Well, I'm going to scroll down here because it looks like. Hey, William, how you doing? Yeah. Let's see. Looks like. Oh, I was just talking about that today, baby, and me, Tiny House on Wheels. I remember the movie Grizzly, and I was just talking about that. That was, I think, that film. When was that? Was that in the 80s? 80s or 90s? I don't remember when. But the one part that I remember the most is the guy climbing out of his tent when the grizzly was in the campsite, and like, and it was huge. And the guy couldn't take it being in the tent anymore. He was scared, and he was in his sleeping bag. And he gets out and he starts hopping in his uh, mummy bag, and all you see is the grizzly's hand come across and swat him, and he flew up against the tree. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Uh, oh yeah, okay. I don't know if y'all saw these comments here. Was that Jeremiah Johnson, Robert Redford, and then Alpine saying Christopher George takes it out at the end of the rocket launcher. Okay, I'm going to scroll down because looking at the time, 9:50. Oh, we've been 1 hour and 50 minutes. Oh, Anthony, thank you so much for that, Anthony. More coffee money, my friend. Thank the VA and veterans. Yes, I'm blessed and sharing. God bless you and your family. And yes, amen, amen. Thank you to all the Vietnam vets and all the vets from our different wars. In fact, I just heard that they did a jump. Some different guys because D-Day's coming up, and there was some guys that imitated, not imitated, but put on a jump with some World War II era planes, and all the guys that jumped out had the old uniforms on, and they just said they were thankful that it was that jumped behind enemy lines right before that day, but they did a tribute jump to them, and I think only like one less than 1% of those veterans that fought in World War II are still alive. And, you know, just like we did for Memorial Day last week, you know, we are so blessed, so thankful, and for what we have. I mean, it came free to so many because of so many sacrifice, right? And definitely more than just on those days. Be thankful every day. Absolutely. And my friend George, you know, I was over there last night. Him and I spent the day together. I took him up to Home Depot, and then we went and found a couple spots that he was looking for, made some different things. He had to go to a couple other places, stop at the bank. So I was hanging out with him and driving him around. And he goes to the VA on Wednesdays. And there's one time that I've taken him, but I will be taking him when he needs to go. But he goes every Wednesday, just dealing with Agent Orange stuff. So many have health issues, but definitely. And thank you so much, Anthony. Greatly appreciate that. Super chat. Really do appreciate that. God bless you, brother. All right, let's see. Also, let's see. Yeah, I am definitely not a doctor. Let's see. Go scrolling down. All right. Yeah, my comments got way back here. Any big camping plans this summer? All my camping plans are big plans. Yeah, every like last week, I had no idea when we ended it on Sunday night. What am I going to do for my next camp? And that we camped Sunday or Tuesday night into Wednesday. So this week, I don't know. Is it going to be a hammock camp? Is it going to be a car camp? Is it going to be stealth camp with a hammock with stuff? So a lot of times, I don't know what I'm going to do from 1 week to the next, but I can say it is going to be something. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll spend tomorrow getting ready for whatever I do, and I will figure out what I'm going to do as I figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Good night, everyone. Leonard is saying, got a family reunion next Sunday. All right. Well, you have a happy family reunion next Sunday. Absolutely. And I will be, like I said, I think next Sunday is the same day as that get together that I'm going to go to the rendezvous for Walter Zollner, and I know there's going to be a lot of YouTube channel friends there as well. The dude, hiking dude, dad, Quiet John, just many others that I had met last year when I'd gone there. And I don't know if Cliff's going to be there, the Wandering Woodsman. Hopefully he is. Hopefully we get a chance to see him again. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony, very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. Yeah. Please click that like button on Super Chats to show your appreciation. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Oh, cool. C130 going down the strip. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Old and Crackedated, and Alpine Warrior and Stitch, and many others in here for your service. Yeah, yeah. Airborne Ranger going to take a little trip. I like that. Let's see. I'm blaming Stitch. There you go. I'm blaming Stitch and Alpine for having that stuck in my head. Mea culpa. Yeah. All right. So it looks like I'm caught up on comments uh, and everybody. So I do want to say, Stitch, I don't know where that one is at, how to get that one off of there. Let's see. That I'm not a doctor. Yeah, not sure. Yeah. Oh, so I'm going to have to add your name to this, Anthony. But this is, let's get off here. Add banner. Nope. Cancel ad banner. Let's see. There we go. Put that on the bottom. So as of yesterday, so far, Stitch and our friend James Rockford, um, out of Chicago, are members that actually hit the join button. But like I said, if you want to, go on to the join button. Not that you have to join, but if you want to see that little video of just me explaining more about it, you can see that on there. That was a fun little video. Now I'm craving a Tony Chocolonely. Oh, do you really, Anthony Price? That is so cool. Absolutely. That is really cool. Yeah. All right. Deselect the banner. You called it back on. I don't know how to deselect it because I don't see where it's at. I'll have to scroll up. Oh, maybe it's in the banners. I don't see it in the banners. I'm not sure, Stitch. Let's see, comments, back to comments. Hide current comment. Please, oh, Oh, okay, you did that banner. Perfect. All right. So yeah, please consider becoming a member by clicking on the join button. It helps Tony and gives you a few perks. Yeah. And like I said, nothing is going to change on the channel. It's just that uh, some want to be able to contribute on a regular basis by being members. And I certainly do appreciate everyone that does that, buy me a coffees or just watch videos. Yeah. Hey, Richard. How are you doing, Richard? Yes. Oh, can I do that? Well, I gotta scroll down and get this. There we go. Hey, Tony, sorry I'm late. Well, you're never late. You're on time, just as you pop on. Great to see you. And Richard, thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. Squirrel. I was going to show you all something. So, as you know, I went to Aldi's. Maybe not many people watched that video, but I did a short at Aldi's. And y'all know what Aldi's is. But I went in there, they had camping stuff. Yeah, then I will be enjoying a great outdoors. Absolutely, Anthony. Well, thank you. The Department of Defense. That's how many years do you have in now? Yeah, yeah, very cool. Thank you so much for your service too, Anthony. And so when I went in there and I did that review of that camping supplies at all places, they were at all at Aldi's, and I saw those camping chairs. They were $14.99, and I thought I'm going to do just a quick thing and show that. And then I actually went back the next day and bought two of them because they were $14.99. And I bought three because I didn't know how quickly they would go. So I bought those and I stuck that in the car. So when we were at the, I gave my son-in-law one for Father's Day, an early Father's Day present. And when I put it together up there at their house for that picnic, and I was like, wow, this is actually a really nice chair. And it came with a canvas piece that's like the chair that you put between the four legs. Those chairs on Amazon or through things, you don't see them. You can, if you can find one for $40, a camp chair, that's one thing. But most of them are $89, $100. And that chair was as good a chair as I've sat in a long time. And I really, really nice. 25 plus my military time, 8 years in the Army. Awesome. 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 Yeah. Good night, Emma. I missed that. Hey, Havenger, how you doing? Hello from Alabama. Love your last video. Yeah, a lot of people loved it. In fact, I went to bed last night. So it was out on Thursday. I went to bed last night. It was at 5,300 views. I woke up this morning and it was at 8,700 views. So it gained, 8,300 views. So it gained just overnight another 3,000 views. So that one's doing really, really good. And when you look at analytics goes like this when you first put it out, and then it levels out a little bit, but still going up. But then 2 days later, it did up again. So a lot of people seem to like that video a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, I like when there's storms. Yeah, really do. Yeah. So I was saying something. Oh, that chair. They're like $100. can be. But for a $14.99 chairs, it had some bells and whistles on it that some of them $80 chairs don't have. Like that piece you would put between the four on all four legs. It's a mat, and the four legs clip in it, so you can set it on sand or uneven ground, and it won't sink into the ground. So for $14.99, I thought, man, I'm grabbing a couple because I thought they would go really fast. I went back in today. Everything's gone that was there. Now they did have a few things on a outgoing shelf at a different location, not on the weekly deals part. But I did see a few more chairs. But I grabbed the Odie Green, 3 of them, 2 just to stick in the car in case I'm somewhere and me and someone else want to sit like on a chair, or somebody comes up and a couple people want to sit on a chair, they can do that on the back. So speaking of chairs, let me just show you this one. I am going to be doing a review on this one. I forgot I told this company that, yeah, I'll do a review on it, but it's TCEK. I don't know what that name is, how to pronounce it, but this is the chair right here. It's one of those ones where you don't have to stretch to get the cables. I did a review on a chair like this one other time, and I think someone just did a review on this not too long ago, some other channel. But here, I want to show you something. So these will fold up, and these click down. Look like I'm hugging it. Oh, nice chair. But watch this. The reason I said yes is because, ready? Let's see if I can do it with this arm doesn't have a lot of strength, so I'll put it over my shoulder. It swivels. Yeah, look at that. Really cool. It swivels. So these come down like this, and then this little strap will hold these in place like that. And then these have a push pin, and then you just collapse them back into itself. A stroke side. Oh, I got to do it with this side. Push it in. But you can see they telescope down. So you telescope all of them back down, and then it just all folds together and goes in a little pack like this. And a company that I did a review on some time back, and then all this folds back here and just pops out like that. But it was heavy, real heavy. I thought it was heavy, but this one had the swivel on it. The guy that did the review on it, now I won't be able to do this, but he spins and it just goes, woo, he's spinning around. But I thought I would maybe do this one because when I'm sitting on a chair just filming, to go this way, I'm leaning over with the chair and the side comes up and I'm leaning on the canvas or the material. Oh, and the other thing too is look at the mesh. So you can see me. So, bug net. Oh, I could use it as a bug net. So the chair itself had this ventilation. I'm getting silly now. But has that ventilation, but it also spins. And I set it up in here because I haven't done the review, but I was just sitting on it. But if I want to turn, and it sits up a little higher than most camp chairs that I've sat in. So I practiced getting up and down on it. I can get up and down pretty good on it. But I liked the fact that if I want to turn, I can swivel and the chair goes with me and then I can swivel back. And I thought that'll make a nice director's chair for Studio Tony. Take 2. Yeah. All right. Okay, let me just check some things out here. What, 7 weeks and you retired? Can't wait. Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. They do say you get busier once you retire. I know a lot of people say to me, they say, "Oh man, I can't wait for retirement." I tell you, I don't recommend having a stroke to become retired. Not the way you want to do it. Absolutely not. Because ended up retiring me. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? Good evening. Well, welcome, Tracy Zimmerman. Yeah, Alpine, hang in there, Richard. Yeah. Contact your family and friends. Tony needs 200 subscribers more. Yeah, we do. Yeah, it was like 260 the last I looked. 261 before we went live. I don't know where it's at right now, but I remind Miss 2.0 every day. I said, hey, we only got 320 more. And I told her last night before we went to bed, I said, hey, we only need 327 more subscribers. And then today I was like, hey, we only got 293 this morning. And I was like, oh, we only got 261 left till we do it. We go camping. I think she's getting excited about it. Hey, Anthony, yeah. I need a 2.0. I had these ones here specially made because these are the legacy ones. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't figure out how to get them to be price effective to make them and ship them and all that stuff because it's a local guy that puts this on there. And the price for these legacy hats fluctuate so much on Amazon. So, and the stress marks are the ones that I put that on with a knife. So I make them. They're handmade. Yeah, at least the distress marks are. Let's see. Yeah. So Anthony, send me a email. Yeah. Let's see. And I can certainly work on that for a retirement present. How's that? Yeah. All right. So Becca Wall, how are you doing? I finally made it. My friend, love you and God bless. Love you too, and God bless you as well. Let's see. Yeah, how about it? Yeah, Anthony, the Legacy brand is the only hat that I think really fits good. And they're hard to find. They really, really are. Um, yeah. Yeah. So I have one here. So just to show you, it's got the Legacy sticker. It's the old favorite trucker Legacy. You can see this one doesn't have any distressing. I don't know. Do people like the distressed look or the non-distressed look? So good. Yeah, it does. Yeah. And you can see this one here is non-distressed because I didn't distress it yet. One of the nice things too is that the Legacy hats, this part is not cardboard. That is not cardboard under there. It's plastic. All right. So a lot of your hats are cardboard. So when we were at that picnic for Memorial Day, I was given this hat. I'd take it off. My granddaughters were going down a slide. It's a water slide that my daughter had set up. It's one of those blow up ones, and they were going down it. You know, it's a water slide, and they come running over, and I was sitting in that camp chair, and then it was hot, and I go, "Oh, here, take Pop Pop's hat." and soak it in that water because the water was cold. It was well water. They put it down in there and they were laughing. Ah! And I said, "Oh, quick, bring it over here." And they bring it. It was all drippy. And I go, "All right, thank you." And I'd stick it on, and all the cold water was dripping down my neck. It was nice. I had them do that about 3 times uh, on that afternoon. But yeah, I don't know. Do y'all like the distressed look or the clean look? Yeah, let's see. Oh, there, Drew's got a question there. Uh, Says, do you have any collaboration camping videos coming up with anyone? I don't. I was working on trying to get Northwest Wind and I to do one, but that's been a little difficult with scheduling and stuff like that. We were going to do it back Christmas time, so we're already 6 months out from there. But yeah, it's hard. I did just talk to Small Plot. He's back out again doing videos, and him and I were texting back and forth. We want to get together and do a camp as well together, but he doesn't really because he lives in the city, Rochester. He doesn't really drive much, and I was like, I can pick you up. We can go somewhere, drive somewhere. So. Hey, Tony, found out we have a hammock group here in Texas. They are called Texas Hammock Hangers. Oh, that is so cool. If all goes well, if all goes well, I will get to hang with them in October, November. Looking forward to it. That is too cool, Rebecca. Yeah, well, maybe I'll be taking a trip to Texas, right? That would be cool to do a Texas hang. Yeah, it would. Judge what means. Let's see. Stitch says clean look. Dixie Cup says stressed look. Hammock Mountain says stressed. Let's see. Oh, let me look here. Oh, okay. So we are coming down. Yeah, Alpine clean look. And you know why? You know why both Stitch and Alpine are going clean look? Because of military. Yeah, yeah. If I were to ask any military vet, especially that have been in for a while, they all tell me the clean look because I've asked, and it seems like that would be, and that's too cool. That just confirms it. Tony Don, Dapper Dan, yeah. Hey Randy, how you doing? Bet Tony coming in. Wait. Tony coming in late was visiting the wife and her friend at their camp tonight. Oh, that is too cool. Oh, I just got a text from David P, who you know is on here in the chat a lot of times. So David P, I'm going to be texting you back. He invited me up. Him and his wife are going to be up at a campsite and invited me to come up and hang Wednesday night. I was thinking about it, like, oh yeah, I could do that. But 8 a.m., 2 hours away from where that camp is, hour 45, hour 50 minutes. I got a blood test. I get blood on Thursday. So that next morning, and I don't want to miss that. That sounds fantastic. If you hook up with Kevin Smallplots, I like his channel very much. Yes. Yeah, like I said, him and I have been talking about it actually longer than Northwest Wind and I were talking about it. He just looks like a hobo, just like distressed jeans. Both hat and jeans have to earn it. Absolutely. Yeah. The only reason I did distress it well, one, I like it, but KOLNPUT, which is hanging back there on the tree, right there, KOLNPUT, that you saw in a ton of videos leading up and after bear ate it. Not a bear, bear when I was house sitting my daughter's dog, Bear. And oh, he was eyeballing it the other day when we were up there because I am going to be house sitting again. So we'll be doing that again this year. Hey, Spider, how you doing? Bigfoot Festival next weekend, just above Cook Forest. Yeah, KN, I think, sent me information about that. That's going to be cool. They're going to have one in Elysburg, Pennsylvania, you know, where the post office box is. I think sometime this year as well. Yeah, are you going? If you are, have fun. Yeah, I wanted to, when I left the rendezvous out there, you know, out there with Freezer Bound, I wanted to drive through Cook Forest, but my car was, as I was going into the rendezvous, it was beeping at me saying, hey, you need gas. Do you want us to tell you where the nearest gas station is? So when I left, that was the first plan I had, was to go get gas. So I ended up getting gas. Yeah, that's the best thing about where that hang is, 55 miles. Yeah, from where you live, Huntsville, Texas. Okay. Yay. Yeah, yeah. I texted him and said I can come up there. Yeah, it'll get me into New York. Yeah, and doing maybe he can pick out a camp for us to do up there. Yes. Uh, right, right. I have a distressed hat that earned it, and my wife keeps trying to trash it. Yeah, I did this distressed look because I bought a hat. Well, no, it was given to me um, by the barbecue place. Oh, do I have it up here? No. Oh, what I do with it? Oh, it's in the other room because I was wearing it the other day. But so the barbecue place gave me one that we did the live at, and it was distressed, and I liked it. And I thought, oh, maybe I can distress mine. So I just take a knife and I just keep rubbing it until it frays. And I don't know if every hat you can do that with, but these are plastic underneath, so they don't warp. And you can bend them, mold them, and then fix them, and stretch it. Yeah. Yes. So, hey, Brian King, welcome, welcome. You should hook up with Camping with Sam Bananas. That would be an entertaining video. Yeah. When Small Plots and I were talking, we were talking about all three of us doing a video together. So let's see. I want a hat. Yeah. So Anthony Price, right here is the email for the hat. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like you already got it. I must scroll up pretty high. Oh, no, I'm caught up right there. Okay, I thought I was going up and doing it, but yeah, Darlene beat you to it, Stitch. She got a faster trigger finger, right? So, what was I going to show y'all? So, when I was talking about all these, this arm, so the refrigerator that's upstairs here, this is that set tower that I did the review on. I have it set up as a freezer because I have meat in there that won't fit downstairs. But last night I went to Aldi's, and it's the first time I've ever seen this at Aldi's. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to get two. So I bought two, put one in the freezer, and then I cooked Miss 2.0 and I a meal because we both like this but I never had this kind. And it's at Aldi's at all places. Oh, and I picked up a pound of uh it's ground beef, but it's the kind, the massaged cow beef. Wabi, what? Something like that. It was cheap, but I I put a couple. I went back to the store to Aldi's today because this morning because I'm like, oh, there's some more of those because when I cooked her, I never saw this at Aldi's. Now they have of this other kind in there, but look at this. So I called Miss 2.0 and I said, hey, guess what I found at Aldi's and I'm buying for us. So ready? Get it in the right spot. How about that? Wild caught. See that? Alaskan sockeye salmon at Aldi's. So they had salmon there. We've gotten salmon there before, but never wild caught sockeye salmon. And I looked at it yesterday. Well, when I told her, I said, hey, they've got Alaskan wild caught. She goes, is it really wild caught? And sure enough, it is. But Alaskan sockeye salmon, which I guess the sockeye is just, look how pink that is. Ooh, look good. And it's got the skin on it and everything. But I was looking at the stuff on the back. So it's 1 pound and a quarter. The serving is a quarter size. So, but look at the amount of protein. 24 grams of protein. 0 sugar, 0 added sugars, 0 carbs. Trans fats, 0. Look at that. That is some good stuff there. Vitamin D, 80% per serving. This is for servings because a quarter of a pound. Look at that. That's amazing. So I took the so I went back today and I got 4 of them. So there's 2 downstairs and 2 up here because we're going to eat that again. So I made it last night for us for dinner, and I took the cast iron skillet, got very hot with a little bit of oil, and then I put it in there. Then I flipped it and then put it in the oven just to finish it off. And then squirted lemons on it, and oh, it was so good. In fact, you know, on salmon, there's the gray part between the skin and the salmon, and a lot of times you try to scrape all that off and stuff like this. It's very fishy tasting. Nope, I didn't even bother. It didn't taste fishy at all. That's really, really good. And at all places, Aldi's. I like Aldi's. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll take that and make it on the Scotel for Lisa and I. Yeah, because there's a creek right there and there's bears. Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome, Becca. Let's see. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Freddie. Yeah, him and I were gonna do a camp together when I was coming up from Florida, but there was so much snow. But yeah, him and I are gonna do one. Um, definitely, definitely. Scrolling. So yeah, I mean, maybe you're all like I said, they've got other salmon there, but that's the first time I ever saw the sockeye there. Hey, Gregory, how are you doing? Tony, have a crunch cake. Absolutely. They have big crunch cakes at Walmart. Oh, Gregory, they don't taste the same. that it looks like a bun cake. Not the same. I mean, it's the same. It's a Louisiana crunch cake, but the taste is different. It's one thing I remembered because I was like that when I first, discovered the little ones. I gone back in one time and they didn't have the little ones, and I saw the big one. I was like, "Oh, they got a big crunch cake," so I got it. I didn't like it as much. It didn't have the same taste. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay, D. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe. Have an awesome week. Oh, that's a salmon best to worst king sockeye. Huh. So obviously, king salmon would be the most expensive because I saw the first time I ever saw. So, is there king sockeye stitch? Is that a thing, king sockeye? Because I saw king over at that salmon place as they get to crunch cakes. Yeah. So they I saw the king and one salmon fillet that was like this. $97 for that. So it must be really, really good for $97. I'll do the second choice because that I think is $11.99 a pound, and they're 1 pound packs. Unless it's less than a pound, then they just charge you for whatever rate it is. Oh, Randy, I didn't know that. No, I forget the question I asked. Just to stitch. Um, oh, are they the same? They're not. There's a Maple King, right? Right. I just need the hat. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Dixie cups and salmon. Oh, yeah. Salmon Nana showed the salmon swimming across the road, and I kept thinking, "Where's his frying pan to scoop it up?" Right? Yeah. We had a good time, guys. Alpine Stitch up there, our Adirondack camp. Loch Ness Monster, 50 cent. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I never laughed so hard and for so long. Just Stitch did awesome imitation. Yeah. All right. Did I ever tell you about the time? Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what time we are. 2 hours and 32 minutes. All right. We're going to go ahead and say goodnight. What time is it? Yeah. It's time to say goodbye. How about 3:50? Yeah. So yeah, sometime when we're on a live or something like that, Stitch, you'll have to do that. Yeah, I'd fry up the log next time, right? All right. All right. Good night. Good night. Good night. All right. Well, hey, I didn't have because I when I did that cue to music, y'all couldn't hear it. So I'm not going to try that again. I've got to get it on this, but if I do it on that, you can't hear me talk. All righty, all righty. Well, thanks a lot for watching that last video and share it with your friends. Yeah, because that one's doing real good. I don't know if anybody had a chance to look to see where we were at for that one. Let me just, right before we go, let me look quick. Let's see. Oh, that's that. Look at dashboard. Oh, hey, honey. We're at, what is that? 258 more subscribers to get to 15K. So Miss 2.0 goes camping. Yeah. All right. So we are at analytics. So that's amazing. So that video, it says views are up 91% more than, so 91%. More regular viewers are choosing to watch that video, severe storm one, and they're watching longer than usual, helping to increase your reach on YouTube recommendations. So right now we are at 4,200 more views than normal. So we're at 8,783 views on that video that was published on 6:30 Thursday night. So if y'all noticed that, instead of going, like I said, we were 6 o'clock, and because it's lighter longer, I moved it to 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. When I set this last one up, I went, you know what? I'm going to do 6:30. So that's why we were just a little earlier. We were a half hour earlier, and I think that I'm going to do the 6:30 from now on. With the video if we do a premiere. Oh, and one of the things, hey Mary, one of the perks is if I don't do a when I just put out a regular video or a stealth camping video, I can make it to member only before it goes on the scheduled time. So if I put out a review video or a camping video that we're not going to do a premiere on, YouTube now gives the option that anybody that is on the members, I can click rather than like I schedule it, but then I can click a sign that says from private to public. But I also have the option now to do member only to public. So which that will be good because you guys can see it whenever you want and ahead of time, which will give it some views also before it actually goes live. All right. Oh, you sent me an email. Perfect, perfect. Hey, good night, Tim from Florida. All right. Well, cue the music. I'll have to hum it. No, I ain't not gonna hum. All right. Well, hey, I want to say thanks a lot, everyone, for jumping on to our Sunday Night Live. And I think we have an awesome time every time we do this. And I really, really do look forward to our Sunday nights and being able to spend time together on these Sunday nights, and also see all the blessings between you guys talking to one another. And good night, KN. Thanks a lot for all you do. And Stitch, thank you again for just working behind the scenes and helping with doing the comments. And I want to thank all of our moderators on here tonight because I did notice that we had somebody jumped in, which has been a long time since they did, and they were making comments. I didn't actually see what the comments were. I just saw X's, X's, X's. So great work, everyone. Thanks a lot. And you guys have an amazing week. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit of time, maybe in a week or two. I'll be setting up a camp for the 15K camp with Miss 2.0. All right. So make sure y'all share the video and go on and comment on this live tonight, and hit that bell. Say how much you liked it, and because that will help it as well. All right. Well, everybody do Kung Fu fighting. Yeah. All right, guys. We will see you, and y'all have an amazing week. Take care. See ya. Oh, don't forget to go watch that join video too, because I think that was a really nice little video we did. All right. Take care. God bless. Love y'all. See ya. Tony 2.0 Out. Oh, hey, there's Stitch. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this.